Every woman thinks December breaks her because it's busy. It's not busyness, it's the wounds. December doesn't just bring Christmas, it brings every trigger you've been avoiding all year. And your nervous system feels it before you even know why. I've coached thousands of women through December, and every single one of them have said the same thing. I don't know why I feel emotional. Ah, you do. Your nervous system remembers what you try to forget. And by the end of this walk, you'll know the exact 5 reasons why December activates your self-abandonment wound. And of course, how to stop last year's emotional shite show. Right, now let's break down the layers one by one, because when you see the wound, you stop repeating it. All the perfect family pictures, the matching pyjamas on Insta, that doesn't just hit the little girl inside. It hits the woman you became, the one who tried to build the life she never had and watched it crumble. The little girl inside wasn't sad. She was grieving. She wasn't lonely. She was unprotected. And December reminds her of that. She sees the Christmas adverts, the couples posting their romantic pictures, the families on the high street doing their Christmas shopping, everyone on social media posting their memories, and your memories feel more like survival stories. When you spend years trying to recreate the Christmas you never got, the cosy home, the stable relationship, the family you prayed for, and it doesn't materialise, that wound opens twice as deep. And here's the real truth. You ain't grieving your childhood, man. You're grieving the adulthood you thought you'd have by now. It's like building a house on shaky foundations, living with a heart that never get held properly. So remember this, you didn't fail. You just never had the scaffolding to hold you properly. And this is the part nobody likes to admit. December hits, and loneliness just isn't loneliness. It's disappointment. It's the pressure you put on yourself to make this year different. It's the fear of another year ending where you didn't get what you gave. And this is the bit nobody likes to admit. The December winter weather creeps in. Cold, dark, absolutely miserable. The wounds I've just been speaking about get triggered. They are wide open. And this is where we're most vulnerable. We're most likely to reach out to people who are not good enough or who are not good for us. Reaching out to toxicity, reaching out to Muppets, sabotaging ourselves with escapisms to numb the emotions. And this is where you become self-aware of that wound. Self-aware of the wounds around about this time of year. So they don't drive your behaviour, they don't drive your thought processes, and they don't lead you down into self-abandoning yourself, to numbing yourself. So be aware, be very aware of the little bouts of loneliness and where they're originating from. That's the first wound December pokes at, the wound of what you never had and what you couldn't build yet. Let's move to the next layer. This is the condition part, where December drags you back into the roles that shaped you. Growing up, you might have been the good girl, always performing for approval. You might have been the little soldier, staying quiet to keep the peace, no showing any vulnerability, always having to be the strong one. You might have been the fixer, having to speak up to keep the peace because the house was chaos. She learned early, if I hold everyone together, everything won't fall apart. She was basically the one calming the adults as a child. Let that sink in, man. And you know, this follows you right through to adulthood. Still the one trying to fix absolutely everything. Relationships, family, work, kids, and the list can go on. You're the one doing the Christmas shopping, you're buying the gifts, you're making sure everybody's okay. You're putting everybody else's needs before your own. You're last in bloody damn line. Organising, smoothing tension, and checking in on everyone bar yourself. And this is why you end December absolutely done in, fucked, drained is the word. because you identify as the fixer. And here's the kicker. Nobody thinks to fix you. And this is the performance part. When you learn to smile through the pain before you can even speak properly. And you know, that's all childhood mask creeping in. You learned very, very young, if I act fine, nobody gets upset. And you know, that ain't confidence. That's what we call conditioning. As an adult, you do the exact same. You hide exactly how you feel because you don't want to ruin Christmas, or you don't want to be the difficult one. And you know all that is? Pretending you're absolutely fine. And you know what? You're mentally done in. So remember, when it gets all too much and you're sick of wearing the mask and pretending, it's not that you're going to explode, it's that you're tired, you're burnt out, and the mask is wearing far too fucking heavy on your soul. All you have to know is a December burnout is a childhood role. So be aware of it when you're wearing the mask. You're putting up the pretense that everything's good, that you're full of energy. You're running here, there and everywhere for everybody. That December burnout, that's just the childhood mask, the fixer. So let's take a little breather, man, and let's ask you a little power question. When did you first learn you had to act fine to be loved? And where are you still doing that now? You learn love by overgiving, long before you learn boundaries. And this is when the good girl comes in, that programming, where you grew up always performing for validation, for approval. If I'm good enough, if I'm useful enough, if I'm perfect, maybe someone will love me properly. So as an adult, we buy the gifts, we run the errands, we people please, we sacrifice our own physical, mental, emotional well-being for every single person in our lives, leaving us drained, leaving us flat out, leaving our cup fucking empty. And all we're doing is just want to be seen. So remember this when you're giving 10 times more your energy, effort, commitment. Take a little step back, take a pause, take a breath and recognise it. Recognise you don't have to carry that weight on your shoulders. You can let it go and you can exhale and let that little girl know that she does not need to prove herself to be loved. She does not need to overgive for approval. She is enough as she is. Because if you don't, you're resenting the people you're showing up for. And do you know what that is? It's self-abandonment disguised as generosity. Come on now. And this is where December forces reflection. Most women look back and all they see is failure. Failure in the eyes that they're still single, they're still in the same place as last year, they're still burnt out, they're still overgiving, they're still people pleasing. Her cup is still empty. And she looks herself in the mirror and she doesn't recognise who the fuck she is. Burnt out, stressed, worried, physically, health-wise, mentally, mental health, kids, family, emotions triggered all over the place, financially, worried about Christmas, worried about investing in herself, when she's still that little girl inside. That little girl inside who thought, when I'm an adult, I'll be able to fix all of this. And you know what? When it didn't happen, the family, the partner, the stability, she blames herself, she shames herself, and that little voice in her head who conditioned her to not be good enough, to feel no good enough, to perform, to be the fixer, that amplifies and she starts to believe that shit. But all you have to remember here is you're triggered. You are triggered, and when you become self-aware of your wounds driving the show, then they cannot take your power. Remember this. So here's an honest question. Which one of these 5 wounds runs December the most? And which one are you finally done abandoning yourself for? Right, that's enough of the deep stuff. Let's get into the messy part with me and the cult leader. There he is, Rambo's son. There he is. There he is. Let's do it. So yes, specifically speaking about wounds today and being triggered. Be very, very cautious. Be very, very self-aware how December triggers the old stories, the old patterns underneath. And one of the things I highly, highly suggest is having a little go-to grounding action. Anytime these things I've just spoke about rear their ugly damn fucking head. Because do you know what? They will. They will rear their head. But you know what the beauty of it is? You are prepared. You're prepared for it now. Because you're in tune. Well, you're in tune. You're learning about yourself. And the reason I know you're learning about yourself is because you're here. You're here on my video watching it. And that tells me a lot about you. It tells me that you're focused in on self-improvement, personal growth. Building, as I said on last week's video, is building your self-respect. In your self-respect era, in your unapologetic era. And there's no better place to be it with me and the cult leader over there who's just calm, enjoying his life, sniffing. He's got a very, very relaxed nervous system. And it's probably him who'll keep me sane during the festive period as well. And that's the beauty, I guess, of having a dog. He's probably my grounding technique when I'm feeling triggered, stressed, overwhelmed and need to get out the house, away from work, relationships. It's just, come on Rambo, grab your lead son, let's go. Let's go a walk. And by the way, it isn't me that walks him, he walks me. As you can see, he's away over there doing his thing. Hurry up son, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Here he comes. Let's go, let's go. Come on then. We're waiting on you. We're waiting on him. Can't leave him. Can't leave the man down. So find something that grounds you. Right? He grounds me. He's probably my go-to grounding when I'm feeling overwhelmed. When any old wins get triggered, I recognise it. And I go, how can I soothe this? How can I not let this overwhelming pressure build up on me and wear these masks, wear these performances where I'm saying everything is okay when deep down we know we're stressed, we're burnt out. We just need a wee relaxation, a wee grounding, a wee soothing technique, a little go-to action. So pick something that's got to ground you when you see the winds rearing their ugly head. And it could be something simple as a walk with your dog, a bit of exercise, breathing techniques, throwing yourself in the damn sea, throwing yourself in the cold water, whatever it may be. Right, it's just got to make you breathe basically, breathe and settle yourself emotionally, think things through logically. And if you're ready for a wee bit of accountability at this time of year, because you know this is my busiest time of year, because people feel it more. They feel it more with the pressure of December, Christmas, all these things I'm speaking about. And it's no easy to deal with. It's no easy to deal with, especially if we're not aware and we're constantly having the pressures through in our face, whether it's matching bloody fucking pyjamas, whether it's walking down the high street and all the couples and families and shite are out fucking buying presents and trees are going up and you're just like, oh, I need a way for this. Right? There's no better time than to get started now. right in December and focus on you, on your physical, mental, emotional well-being. And if you want to, go have a wee look at the description, the link there. Have a wee nosy at my Festive reset, right, where we're focusing in on the things I've been speaking about today. Triggers, wounds, childhood wounds, and implementation of some wee grounded techniques, non-negotiables, walking, water, looking after ourselves, and all that good stuff. So go to the description, have a wee nosy if you want to. And of course, let's do our little grounding check-in question. Let's ground our nervous systems at the moment. And all I want to do is ask you, how are you feeling after that? How are you feeling after today's walk? And I want you to take a wee moment and I want you to sink into the whole nervous system and ask your body, how's your body feeling about December, about the festive season approaching? Is it feeling calm, relaxed, in control? Or are you starting to feel the pressure maybe building up at this time of year? And that's important, isn't it? We do that wee check-in just to go, right, fuck, I can sense it coming on. And when we can sense the wounds coming on, we can take action. We can no longer let them drive our self-sabotaging behaviour. We no longer let them dictate our emotional well-being. And we no longer let them dictate here our mental thoughts. Because we can be one step ahead. One step ahead on ourselves, isn't it? And it's always good to be one step ahead of yourself. And that's what I've learned in life. If I'm one step ahead of myself, I know I'm not likely to not fuck up as of such, but I'm most likely to soothing the fuck ups, I'll say, soothing the big red destruction buttons, because I'm actually going, right, okay, I'm thinking through these things, I'm not just reacting to life, I'm actually being a wee bit of a responsible adult with a wee boy inside me who is, well, not reacting to life, he's responding to it. So that wraps up the very, very first episode, bringing some self-awareness to why we abandon ourselves during December. And it's not just because of the pressures, it stems way back to when the wounds were created. So happy days, happy days indeed. As always, thank you for tuning in with me and Rambo. And if you are new here, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And if you are not new here, as I say, my loyal walking talkers, you know the drill, don't yous? We're all over it, we're smashing it, and we're going to be well prepared for getting into the festive season. So part 2 next week, we're going to talk about acceptance. And that little ugly fucking voice that rears its ugly head at this time of year and tries its very, very best to sabotage us. So have a good one, and I'll see you next Sunday.